Dave, should we deal with the loan deadline first of all? Any news?
No news as of yet. We are working on three potential targets. We're looking on an additional striker and cover defensively at right back and left back, which will give us a little bit more strength and depth in the squad, because I was a little bit concerned if something happened to Cozzy or Smudge. However, we're hopeful that we'll be able to get those across the line by 5 o'clock. But no news as of yet. But we do have targets, obviously, that we're seeking to get across the line by 5 o'clock.
So all hands to the pump to get those done with a few hours remaining. Busy day.
Yeah, definitely. But we've had to remain focused, obviously, on the football. We've got a big game against Coventry coming up at the Abax Stadium on Saturday. So as a group of staff, we've been focusing on that. The director of football and the chairman will take care of that side of the club's business, and they've been brilliant in terms of letting us focus on what we need to now in our final 2 days of preparation before this game.
How important is it to utilise the loan window, though, Dave? Because you know what would happen if you didn't. Someone would pick up an injury or two, and suddenly the squad would be looking a bit thin. So it's crucial, isn't it, to make sure you're covered in all areas?
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, there's 2 types of management. There's short-term management, and that's going to be taken care of, obviously, today, tomorrow, and in Saturday's game. But also, we have to manage the long-term future, and we have to try and make sure that we have an eye in the future. And we've got 8 games left in this run-in, and we needed to ensure as a group of staff that we had cover for all areas and to cover all eventualities. And whilst generally you can cover 99% of them, there's always that odd bit of bad luck. But listen, we know that we've been diligent in what we've done, I think, to hopefully help us get the success that we need in these next 8 games.
How impressed were you with the performance at St Neots on Tuesday in that friendly? A few displays that caught the eye, I think.
Well, it's been fantastic since the day we came in on the first Sunday that we met the players. We said to them, whenever you're playing in the under-21s or in these reserve team fixtures, then it's an opportunity for you to impress and push for places. And as it was, we had a game on that Monday night against MK Dons, and Gabby and Rico have obviously been in the team ever since. Both of them will be missing this weekend. One with international duty, one with a suspension. So Briz and Burge will obviously step up to the plate and do that. But I've had exactly the same thing with the game at St Neots. I thought Harry Anderson was outstanding. I thought Marcus Maddison was simply amazing with some of his trick skills, 1v1s. He set up 2, scored 2, and that's everything that we want out of those games, as well as the players maintaining their fitness levels, ready to play on the Saturday if called upon. Also, it gives them a real opportunity to push for a place in the team.
Is Maddison giving you a bit of a selection dilemma then ahead of this weekend with that performance?
Well, to be fair, the 4 wingers always give me a selection dilemma, because we've got 4 very, very, very good players to cover those 2 positions. And yeah, it has. But hey, listen, we'll make those decisions later on in the week and prepare in the right way for the game Saturday.
Important minutes for Burgess, actually, because he hasn't played too much in first team action of late, and as you say, he'll probably be called upon this weekend with the absence of Zakwani and Santos. Yeah,
he will, and he would have already played in 3 or 4 other games in the under-21s as well, a full 90 minutes. So in terms of his match fitness, he'll be ready. There'll be no excuses. He's done all of the preparations. He's trained with the rest of the squad, and he's been brilliant and totally professional, as is Sean Brisley. So both of them coming in, we have no worries or no concerns about that. They know what the expectations are from the team, and listen, I'm sure they'll put in a performance and wear the shirt with pride, as Gabby and Rico have done.
Is Burgess one of those good characters? Is he one that will take instruction if he's out of the team, just sort of do it quietly, not kick up a fuss, and when he's called upon, not let anyone down? Is he that kind of character?
Yeah, he is. He's a very good professional. He'll come and knock on my door, and we'll have a chat 1-to-1 when he feels he needs it, and the door's always open for our players to come and do that. And he's done things very, very professionally. He's worked his socks off, and listen, both him and Briz have both deserved their chance, to be fair to them, because as we said right at the beginning of when we took over, that we're going to need a squad if we're going to be successful here, and these are the times where that squad's going to be put to the test. And listen, I'm sure that the players who are coming in will simply step up to the plate and do what's expected of them, because if they know what we expect them to do.
Is the trick for you now as a team to win with a bit more flair and flamboyance? You mentioned it last week. Do you just want to see a bit more of that in your side, as well as winning matches, which is, of course, the most important thing?
Listen, first and foremost, we've got to focus on getting those 3 points, and then secondly, what we've got to do is at the right times in the game, we've got to play with more freedom, more expression about ourselves. And listen, that flamboyancy, that attacking style of play will come out, especially with the types of players that we've got in the squad. So listen, I'm more than confident that that's going to happen. Yeah, we will be focusing on that, but we definitely won't be taking our eye off the prize of the importance of each individual game.
What do you make of Coventry then, a team obviously scrapping for every point they can to keep themselves in League One?
Yeah, they are, and they're in a real fight now. Tony Mowbray's come in, who's an experienced manager and a well-respected manager in the game, and I'm sure that he'll get his team well organised, and they'll be very, very difficult to beat. I have a lot of respect for him. However, on Saturday we've got to approach the game, I think, playing our way and assert ourselves on it, as we have done in the previous 6, and our focus will be solely on us. And what we're trying to achieve over the 95-96 minutes that it takes to the final whistle.
Well, they do seem to have a few goals. Nubel and Samuel, 2 difficult players to contain, so they've got those threats, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and I'm sure they'll be talking about Connor Washington and Luke James and their hard work and energy. So yeah, it will make for an exciting game. There is pace in both sides. There is quality in both sides. But listen, on the day, the team that works the hardest, that works things out the quickest, will be the team that comes, I think, off the pitch with 3 points. I don't think it will be a game that either team are going to be playing for a draw in. We're at that stage of the season now where that attacking style of play both ways is going to be really important. So listen, I'm really excited for the fixture, and I'm sure that, well, I'm not sure, I know that our lads are, having spoken today at training.
And you talked recently, didn't you, about making the A-backs a really tough place to come, and psychologically you've got a bit of an advantage now, haven't you? Because when you're scoring goals at the A-backs, you're keeping clean sheets and winning games. So if you can get that first goal, you know the opposition are going to look at that and be troubled by it, because they know it's tough to score against you at home. Yeah,
definitely. The first goal's always important to us, and we talk about that. And but also it has been in terms of making the Abax Stadium a fortress, and I feel that we've done that in our first 3 games. There needs to be a continuation of that. There needs to be a continuation of the real desire to keep those clean sheets as a team. From our forwards right the way through to our goalkeepers, but like what we say, we start to add that flair and flamboyancy in our attacking play, and yeah, it does make it very, very, very difficult. And I'm sure that Coventry will be looking at that and knowing that we've kept 3 clean sheets in our last 3 home games, and obviously we'll be working our socks off to maintain that record. But listen, we'll be adding that attacking style of play and asserting ourselves on the game as we have done previously. So I do think it's going to be a really, really exciting game.
Yeah, and you've shown plenty of different aspects, aren't you, to your character as a side, scoring goals and playing with a bit of flair at times, but also fair to say that nasty side is there as well. When you need to dig in, when you need to win tackles and let people know you're there, you're able to do that as well, which is crucial.
Well, the players have a winning mentality and a really good winning mentality, and I have to say that's what I've been really pleased about. The way that they train, they have that competitive streak in them. The way that they play on a Saturday, they have that competitive streak. So there's no difference between training and obviously then walking across the white line on a Saturday when it all matters. So listen, I've been over the moon with that. We have got a strong group of players and a strong spine through the team. We have got flair and quality and in abundance in those wide areas. So listen, for me, we've assembled a squad that we feel are definitely capable of doing well in this league, and we've shown that over these 6 games, and our challenge is to show that for a 7th on Saturday at Coventry.
So Santos Services bans Aquani's away with DR Congo. Madison returns from suspension. Anyone carrying a knock or a niggle?
No, we've got no other injury worries. So we're just expecting everybody to be available as they have been for the last 3 weeks.